In this video, we are going to show you how you can create very effective and real-time data dashboards with Rapidomize. We have a scalable and easy-to-navigate user interface, and it allows you to customize the layout to suit your own preferences. Most importantly, our dashboards are responsive and allows you real-time visibility of your data to take data-driven, informed decisions on time. We invite you to follow this detailed walkthrough and learn how easy it is to make any kind of dashboard with Rapidomize. We are going to create this production monitoring dashboard as a demonstration for you. I am using data gathered from a fish canning factory for the year 2023, and I have my results tabled in a database. Okay, let's go ahead and start building the dashboard. Open Rapidomize and click Rapid Interfaces icon on the menu. Click on the plus button to start creating a new Rapid interface. Name your new Rapid interface. Here, I name it as Production Monitoring Dashboard. Now, click Create/Edit Rapid Interface button to start creating your dashboard. You will be directed to the Rapid Interface Editor. To create a dashboard, you need to source data from either a database or a sheet. Rapidomize allows you to source data from both databases and sheets like Google Sheet, Microsoft Excel, and sheets of similar nature. You can collect data by using our forms created through Rapid Interfaces for this purpose as well. Make sure that your data are reliable and accurate before building your dashboard, as they will be the backbone of your dashboard. Here, you can see the Rapid Interface Editor, where you have all the UI widgets or components that you need to create your dashboard on the left-hand side menu. First, add a row to the editor. This is for the title of the dashboard. You can use row widget and column widget as basic tools to create your layout. If you need more details on how to use Rapid Interface components to make different interfaces, refer to our documentation for Rapid Interfaces. Now let's see how we can adjust settings of a widget. You only need to click the widget to open the right-hand side settings panel. In the Settings panel, you can see two tabs, General tab and Styles tab. Using the General tab, you can set the title, data sources, and several other actions. Using the Styles tab, you can set the width, height, font size, color, and many more styles of a widget. So, you can set the title of this widget as per your preference now. Now, add a label inside your row to type the title. Select Styles tab to set the height, font size, color, and other settings to customize your title the way you want. If you want to center your label, set Margin to Auto. Remember, we had one table and 4 charts in our production monitoring dashboard. To set the layout for this dashboard, we need to divide the dashboard space into 2 equal sections. So, add a row below the title row and add 2 columns into this new row to divide the dashboard space into 2 sections. Likewise, you can add more rows and columns to get the required number of sections for your dashboard. Next, use the Setup widget for each column. Set the width to 50% to get equal areas for each section. Remember that the width depends on how the dashboard divides. You can set the width as per your requirement. Now we are going to create the table. First, add a label to the column on the left. This is for the table title. I am just going to click on the label widget to open the Setup widget of the label to type the title of the table. The table shows the performance of this fish canning factory during the year 2023. Now add a table widget to the same column. Next, you need to create the 2 charts below the table. For this, add 2 chart widgets below the table. Now we have created the layout of the left-hand side of our dashboard. Add another 2 charts to the column on the right-hand side. This will be the right-hand side of the above dashboard. Then, click on each chart and type the relevant chart title on its title box. Once you have finished typing your chart titles, save your dashboard layout, using this Save button at the top right corner. Now we have finished creating the basic layout for our dashboard. Next step is to use an ICApp workflow to source data. Let's see how to create an ICApp workflow as your data source for the dashboard. To create a new ICApp, click on the Intelligent Connected Apps button on the left-hand side menu and select Create an ICApp button. Give a name for your ICApp and click the Create or Edit in Flow Editor. You can refer instructions on creating ICApps in our documentation under Getting Started. For this ICApp, we are going to use a database as our source to get required data for the dashboard. You can also use Sheets as your data source, like Google Sheets, Microsoft Excel, and other similar sheets. Now we are going to select our trigger, which is API Gateway. Drag and drop API Gateway to the workflow screen. Select your app or device which will connect your dashboard to your ICApp. You can refer our documentation for API Gateway for further details. Click Select. Select Receive API Requests as your trigger function. We use PostgreSQL as our database here, so drag and drop it to the workflow worksheet as the action and connect to the trigger. You can use MySQL, MongoDB, and other similar databases as well. Since we have 5 widgets in our dashboard, that is, 1 table and 4 charts, drag and drop 4 more PostgreSQL nodes and connect them to the trigger, which is API Gateway. Connect each of the PostgreSQL nodes' output port to the API Gateway response port. Next step is to get data from the data source. Click on the first PostgreSQL node and select Default Database to source data. If you want to use any other PostgreSQL database than above, select Custom Database from the menu and specify the IP address, port, and the name of your database. Then, authorize Rapidomize to access your database. Select Query Tables as your action. In the configuration for type of query, select Query with a filter condition. Select the database schema and table. Optionally, you can specify a condition for the data filtration. Repeat the same for all other PostgreSQL nodes. Once you have set all PostgreSQL nodes, click Test button in each query table menu to get some sample data. Now, click on the trigger that is API Gateway and select API routes:0. Set the API route method to GET to retrieve data from the source. Specify the path for your API endpoint. Select route mapping as PostgreSQL:1. Set response field of the API gateway by selecting #PostgreSQL:1 from your sample data generated for PostgreSQL. Follow the same procedure for all PostgreSQL nodes. Select the relevant macro for each API route. For example, if connecting second PostgreSQL node to API gateway, set #PostgreSQL:2 in the response field in API gateway. Save and run your ICApp. Now your workflow is ready to be used. Now go back to your dashboard by clicking Rapid Interfaces icon on the menu and selecting the Edit icon of your relevant interface. You will be redirected to the Rapid Interface Editor. Select Create/Edit Rapid Interface button to edit your interface. You can see the layout of your Rapid interface. To populate the table, click on the Table widget and select the ICApp from the right-hand configuration panel as your data source. Specify the API route you defined in the API gateway for the table data. Your table will be populated with the specified data. To populate the charts, click on each chart and on the Setup widget follow the same process as we did in the Table widget. Select Chart Type from the Chart Type and Series tab and the X and Y axis for the chart. If you have more than one series in a chart, click the plus button to add series. Then type the series labels. Follow the same for all charts to populate them with data. You can customize your charts using the Settings panel of the chart. Now, the table and charts are ready, and if you feel like changing the positions of the charts or tables, drag and drop them to the relevant place and finalize your dashboard. Save the interface by clicking the Save button. You can preview your dashboard by clicking the eye icon. If you want to rearrange the widgets, click the Disable Preview button. Do your changes and click Save. Click Rapid Interface icon on the menu and enable the Dashboard checkbox of the interface you created to make it as your current dashboard. Finally, click Dashboard icon on the menu to view the dashboard you created within a few minutes. We have come to the end of the workflow and hope you have understood the steps involved in creating a dashboard with us. Rapidomize invites you again to use our well-rounded and user-friendly rapid interfaces and create any kind of dashboard for any industry or purpose, according to your own preferences, within a few minutes. If you come across any queries while building your dashboards with us, please send a message to our support team through this link. We will be there to support you 24/7. If you want to see the other important features we have with Rapidomize which can make your life easier, don't forget to subscribe.